sign.
That's awesome.
That's a good sign.
It looks old.
And it looks old.
Yep.
So thanks you guys for being on this adventure. We're looking forward to a great day. Now the Giffen house. The Giffen house is your grandmother's house, correct? It's your grandma.
It was her daddy's.
Her daddy's.
Yeah.
Okay.
David William Giffen.
Okay.
Squire Giffen, they called him.
Now that area was known locally as Egypt. Okay. You want to tell how that happened?
I can't tell you just exactly where to find it, but somewhere they've got a good story written up on it. But the story was, now I don't know whether it was flood, drought, whatever happened, but the people along the river and some on the ridge didn't have a crop worth a darn. And they went back there and got enough wheat to have flour for the winter and a little bit of feed stuff for whatever livestock that had to have grain. And that's how that happened. You know, the story of Egypt, famine and all that the folks had went to Egypt to get their grain.
Now, how many people lived in the Giffen house? Because that's a big house.
Well, Granddad and Grandma, and they had all the children were born back there. They lost the first kid, about 2 or 2.5 years old. They kind of thought he had chewed a little bit on an apple that afternoon that might have been too green, but nobody knows really for sure. Nobody knew what happened to a lot of those little kids that died.
Yeah.
But he'd stand at the door and crow and walk a rooster. I mean, you know, he was a sharp little booger.
And when did they move out of there, Ralph?
I think it was 24.
1924.
I think so.
Now there's old Army Jeeps. Those are from your uncles being in the military?
Well, just that was about the only way you could get over unless you had an old truck or walk.
Yeah.
He and Granddad walked thousands of trips over there. Uncle Wood rode too. He told him, give it back to the Indians.
We have been walking miles. The land here, it's a big, huge tract of land, and they've been timbering it. And so there's a lot of roads cut in here. And right now they're well used, so it's hard to know which is the right road, because the only maps that we have are really old maps. And you know, over 150 years old maps. Now, I don't know what we'll find down here. There might be treasure, there might not be anything. If nothing else, we got a long, big hike out of it. And we got a long walk out of here. see an old car up here. I'll go by it so you guys can see it. Looky here. There's an old truck. It's an old Jeep. There's the fence. I'm going to have to go back. There's a gate right back here. We're going to go back here. I'm going to shut the camera off while I go down there and explore this place. I'll bring you guys back on so you can see it. There's an old planter. I believe the seed goes in this and then that. And you sit right there and this is really cool. There's the plow right back there. There is a, I don't know what this is. It's all taken over by the weeds. There is an old Jeep Willie right up there. I'll take you over there. Here is a hay rake right here. There's the old house. Oh, isn't that cool? There's an outhouse right over there. It's actually a porta-john. All this property is actually leased to a hunt club. And so they keep this mowed. I don't know if you can see around. I got my hands full right now. And I'm sure they stay in that part of the cabin if they stay here at all. Look at this well. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is so cool. All right. All right, let's go. We'll just see how choppy and how sound this is. Oh yeah. Yeah, looky there. Yeah. All right, that's reading about a 57. I'm sure that's iron. We'll come back to that. Yeah, lots of stuff in the ground. All right, that's 50, anywhere from 50 to 78. So that's probably big iron right there. All right, let's go ahead and dig that up. There's a lot of stuff here. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna be here all day. Don't know if we'll find coins or buttons, but if I do, you'll see them. Let's make sure there's nothing here in the plug. All right, there's something here. Let's see what we got. Oh, I see it right off the bat. Looky there. That's my first relic. And it actually is a ring. There's, looks like there's a piece right here. It could have been a round buckle, a horse tack buckle. But I think it's, you know, it definitely had something right here, a pin. You guys see that? That's a good find. It's a good start. That's my first artifact here at the house. There'll be a lot of iron in the ground here. In here. Looky here. Already pulling out some pretty pottery. Look at that. That's awesome. That's a great find. But I think there's a bow in here because there's a number of it in here. Well, you always have the square nails, of course. Is that it? Got some more pottery. It's a mid-tone. That's it, it's iron. Saw it. There it is. Okay, I don't know what that is. Looks like it's You see that? It's a small cast iron pot bowl. I think that's what it is. Bitterang High. Look at this place. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. That is so cool. Look at that. Wonder if we can go in there. I'm sure we'll try. I can see in it. It's old glass. It's an old building. Alright, I got a hit right here. I see the chig coming. I better hurry. Here he comes. He's reading a 58 to 60. We'll dig that before he gets here. Iron. Over here, because it's in this plug. And I can see iron in here. There's a lot of iron in the ground. Sure it's on. I don't know. Well, maybe not anything in there. Yep, right there. Let's see. Oh, whatever. It's a bullet. A bullet casing clear up here. The bullet casing clear up here. Yeah, so they use this for a hunt club, so I bet we find a lot of these. There's a crawl space there. Looking old iron. Stove right there. Look at this right here. Oh my. Oh my, look at that. Look at this old foundation. Isn't that cool? It's cool. Look at this part of the house looks decent, believe it or not. But this part is gone. Oh, you can get in right there. Yeah, junky, junky, junky. Oh, look at that. There's an old whetstone. Oh, look at those old lamps. Look right up there. Holy cow, this here room is a treasure chest. Look at all this old stuff. Oh, look at that old bucket right there. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to catch this on video, but this is absolutely gorgeous. There's a foundation of a school down here and a couple of houses. At least 2 houses right down here that I'm aware of. There's more up the valley here. There's another 2 further up the valley. Behind that rock, I don't know if you can see that rock cliff. Behind that rock cliff. And then there's another couple up this way behind this ridge right here. And I am on a knoll. And the house is right down there. Alright. Found my first horseshoe. See if there's anything else in this hole. Nope. Nope. I'm digging in that hole. I got it down real deep. There's a big piece of iron there. Why am I digging it? This is a pan where I'm at. It's real beautiful. There's a hole right here. I don't know if this is a well. And this is real chattery. So I started digging down here and I pulled this out. Of course it's iron. I know what that is. That is a file. Can you guys see you can see the stripes on there. That's a file. That's a piece of a file. I don't know what it is. Is it a rock? Could be a rock. Or it could be a huge old plow. That's what that is, a big old plow. Alright, I don't know if there's any writing on there or not. I don't see any. But I find these everywhere. Okay, I just pulled this plug. And what do we have here? Looks like some old scissors. Alright. Could this be the old schoolhouse? I might have found the old schoolhouse right here. An old barn. Interesting, that's cool. All right, we'll take that. I think it's going to be a horseshoe or a piece of iron. That's all it seems to be getting right now. Right there might be. All right. What is that? Okay. I think I might be where an old barn is. I have an idea what that is. But what do you think it is? Alright, I got this out of this hole. Alright, so everything's iron so far. Alright, I found my first coin. But it is a modern nickel. It's not even old. 2000. Now the old school, is it just board siding?
Yes, I think it was. I've never seen any evidence, any logs there or anything. I doubt if there was a kid there that had a penny in the pocket.
It's interesting to see, and there's a lot of hawthorn bushes around there, so you couldn't really hardly walk around it.
Oh, that thing is full of barberry bushes and multiflora rose.
Yep.
Old timers made a lot of candy. And then butterscotch candy. Man, you could just make it in a pie pan, bring it out of the oven, let it cool a little bit, and strike it with a handle of a heavy knife or something, and it just splattered, you know. Heck, I'll guarantee a lot of them carried a piece of candy in their pocket, never had a piece of paper to wrap it in or anything. Licked the little wool off and went on.
Yeah. Yeah, do you miss it? Do you miss the life of being a kid?
We had a good life when we were kids here. Mom baked and cooked, and we had a good garden, but we didn't have any money. Dad taught school for I don't know how many years. I only got paid for 9 months out of the year, first 3 months. In the summertime, he farmed a little and painted houses and store buildings and stuff like that.
The Me Miner Cave. They call it the Me Miner Cave now. It's got an official name, because it actually is a cave. And so it's up in that hollow, just like you said it was. And we found it. I'll show you that video. Okay, let's talk about the school and the teacher for this school. The Hook House, there by the pond.
Yeah, below it, yeah.
It was where the school teacher lived.
Now the view.
She rented a room there, right?
Yeah, you had a path up over the mountain to the top, rode out the top of the mountain, came down through the place, put his horse in a old log barn at the Hook place, walked down to the schoolhouse. When dinner time came, he went back up and threw the horse a little bit of feed, and then rode him out there in the evening. So the last teacher, I think, was a woman then that did board with Mrs. Hook and her daughter.
Okay. This is the foundation of the old school. You can see it went back. It went back here probably, I don't know, 20 feet or so. Went across this way, came across this way, and came down through this way. And these are the only bricks that I see up here. These look pretty old. Pretty old, look at that. Something right there. Old handmade bricks. That's pretty cool. We'll detect around this a little bit. I'm not real hopeful that we'll find anything. These mountain folk are often very poor. Looks like maybe a foundation of a chimney right over there. As you can see, you can't even get in there, it's so thick. You see that? I just wanted to show you this school because in my interview with Ralph, we talk about it. And he mentioned some of the history here, and I just wanted you guys to see it. And he told me at any one time there were about 20 to 25 kids who were in this school. And this school is called Meadowview. And I'll explain to you why they call it Meadowview. Can you see the meadow right there? I mean, it's really beautiful. You probably can't get the perspective that I have right here on video, but it's gorgeous. It's just stunning. It's so beautiful up here. Now, this school shut down, he told me, in around 1922, because they could not get a teacher to commit to come up here. We are so far in the middle of nowhere. They had a hard time getting a teacher to come up here to these kids. And so the people simply moved away. He said that all the people that lived up here were out of here shortly after 1922, except they're at the home place. So all the Willies and the Jeeps, that was the old home place. They stayed there until right after World War II, and then they moved out. And it's just very remote up here. It's hard to get into. And but the school, the decline of the school and the inability to get a teacher up here really torpedoed this community up here and caused everybody that had kids to move away. And so really all of this land ultimately went to one landowner. And so it's a huge tract of land, and all these houses are on that one tract of land. So now you see the school, and now you know the rest of the story. I found this. I don't know what that is. At this point, my battery died without my knowledge. I wanted to point out this interesting artifact, though. It is brass, and it shows evidences of handworking. What could it have been used for? Why would it be fashioned this way? It's a very interesting piece. Okay, I just pulled this out of the ground, and you can actually see the imprint it made in the mud right there, which is kind of cool. I don't know if this is a button, if this is a grommet, or if this is something else. It's real fragile. Alright. I was reading about a 55 or 60 on my Garrett AT Pro, is what that was. I'll fill in this hole, and we'll keep on. Whoa, there's a lot of roots in the ground. Well, actually, that sounds pretty good. Didn't sound so good there first. Alright, it's in here. Alright, hold on. Look at this. Now, ain't that something? It actually looks modern, but I know it's not. Here's where, right there's where the bucket handle would go on. So you'd put your bucket there, and you could fill your bucket up. Alright. I think I just found a lantern. Here's a part to it. Here. Yep, that's what that is. It's the top of a lantern right there. See that? The wick came out right here. Looks like there's another piece to it right here. It's actually pretty good shape. It's still got the turn piece right there. Yeah, actually, that's in really good shape. There we go. So I got 2 pieces to it. Oh, don't want to break that. There we go. It's a good find. I don't know if you can see, there's an intake right there. And there's this beautiful pond right here. See that? The old house is right up there. There's another old house site right over here. It's where I found the lantern part. And I thought I'd show you this chimney stack. It's there's a lot of these briars in here that's really atrocious actually. But there's a chimney stack here. There's a foundation. We actually couldn't get in there. There's so many briars around it. It makes it really difficult to get in there. And I mean, the beautiful setting that this is in. I mean, look at that. It's just gorgeous. I can just imagine sitting here in the living room, reading a book by the fireplace and overlooking this beautiful pond. We found an adventure. Not so much a treasure, but we definitely found an adventure.